I am over the moon to be sharing time with you today. It's been quite a couple of days. And let me just, as I'm lighting up the Palo Santo here, I'll make sure I don't burn myself. Some of you guys know that my dear sweet angel dog, Bella, left this plane yesterday, and she's non-physical right now. And it's a real test to lose someone so dear to you, even an animal. But the truth is, she had been not feeling very well for a while. And so it was so sweet. She went to sleep in my arms and gently stopped breathing. And it was a gift to me to be with her and to be able to walk her through that final journey, because I do love her so much. And so nothing makes me feel more joy than doing these readings. And in her honor, I step out today because I'm just touched by how sometimes we can feel closer to animals than people. Isn't that true? And so as we go forward today, my curiosity is on who is it that in your life that you feel is not talking to you? You know, maybe there's been a no contact, or there's been some sort of issue and the person just doesn't know how to reach out. They're afraid to tell you something. And so that's the heart of our readings. I just want to give these another couple ruffles here, because we can hold people so dearly, right? We just hold them in our hearts and we wish that they would talk to us. But if they're afraid to say something, what's going on with them? So that's the heart of our reading. And today we're going to obviously do the one card readings like always, but today I'm going to throw in the tea leaves. The tea leaves, hi Rakesh, the tea leaves are going to be our bonus. So anyone like Rakesh is leading the way. Rakesh, you have leadership skills, because anyone who contributes to my channel, I'm creating a scholarship fund to help people pay for private sessions with me if that's what they want. And so Rakesh is stepping in for that. Love it. And I'm using the tea leaves. I just love those. It's not like a tarot deck. It's more like a oracle, but I love them for clarity. So if you would like to have a reading, there's no charge, of course. All you do is tell me what you're thankful for. But if you do want to dig in and find out a little bit more about the person who's afraid to talk to you, then I am happy to do that for you. Magnificent Success, our dear Bina. Thank you, Bina, for being here to help us today. I appreciate your help so much. And so, hi, Sophia. Welcome. And Jazz, welcome. I'm so glad that you're here, Jazz. And Jazz is thankful for her life. So let's just all take a breath on that one, right? Aren't we all grateful for life? So Jazz, hold in your mind someone and they're afraid to tell you something. So hold that person and let's see what the cards have to say. Okay. So Jazz, let me see it. Can you see okay? Yeah, okay. I just want to make sure I'm all set here. Thank you. Okay, so Jazz, your person has been through a lot of changes. Something has happened, and it might be when they separated from you or they stepped out of contact, that it definitely had an impact on them. And they have been working on themselves. They have gotten into meditation or maybe had counseling or therapy of some kind, and they've had major shifts. But it shook them up because even though they became more centered and they were really embracing their spirituality, they feel like if they're honest with you, you might reject them. Okay, so the whole theme of I'm feeling today is the idea of being enough, that you are enough. And so this person just is worried about your judgment or your opinion about them. So take that to heart, okay, Jazz? Take it to heart. It could be somebody who really hurt you in the past, and they may have created that you felt like you weren't enough because they were very demanding, or maybe they micromanaged you, right? But they're really wanting to connect with you, but they're afraid you might judge them. So do some journaling today, or go to the description box and you'll find something called the worry cure, and use that so you can kind of create an opening. So when the person does reach out to you, that you can open your heart and listen without judging. they've made some improvements, but they're kind of scared that, well, what if you don't believe like they do? What if they learned something that threatens their self-concept to be open about? So think about that. Be gentle when somebody reaches out to you, because they really are afraid and they shouldn't be. Isn't that the truth? Okay, fantastic. Thank you. It's such a heartache, isn't it, when we feel like someone's afraid. Um, and so I just wish for everybody to be able to get connected and feel more loved. That's what this is all about today. So thank you. And Rakesh, we're going to go for you next here. And then Midnight Crow. Okay, great. Thank you for supporting my channel. I'm creating a scholarship fund for my friends, and you guys, it just touches my heart when you are supporting my channel like this. So Missy, Rakesh, sorry. Okay, so Rakesh, what we'll do here is I'm just going to pick a couple of tea leaves for you, and then I'm going to pick your card. I'm not going to peek until I pick your card. Here's your tea leaves. Don't you? I love tea. Any tarot cards that are round turn me on. So let's grab a card. Rakesh, when thinking of someone, they're afraid to tell you something. What's going on? Okay. All right, so we have the Death and Rebirth card. All right, so my first impression is that this is a person who has always struggled speaking their truth. All this blue in here, it's like that's the color of the throat chakra, and all around the figure, we don't even see a face, right? But we have all of this red, which is to me the root chakra. So there's something about how this person grew up. Maybe their parents ridiculed them or made them feel like they were less than or they weren't important. And so they've got this shadow of fear around them, around speaking up to anybody. So they are afraid to talk to everybody. So the thing is, for sure, don't take it personally. Whoever this person is, they have really been trapped by some of the limiting patterns of their childhood and how they grew up. And there's such a light in there. There's a light that wants to shine forward. And so I feel like right now they're sensing they want to talk to you, but they just are afraid. So let's take a look at our tea leaves. And we have acts, forces working against you. And then we have fair man, dealings or relationship with a man with blonde, gray, or white hair. So it does feel like, to me, that it's felt like this person has worked against you. That when you've been in contact with this person, it might be a family person or somebody that's a good friend to you, and you just never felt comfortable, and it just didn't feel right, but you're taking it too personally. There isn't a force working against you. The people that are attracted to you, Rakesh, they are important because it causes you to adjust your own personality. You can't change someone else, but you can adjust your personality. So this idea here that there's a man with gray or white hair, I feel like there's a mentor for you. It could be a grandfather, or it could be someone that you know that is older, and they may have already been saying to you, you're taking it too personally. You're allowing their mood to infect you. You know what I'm saying? Where if they're always judgmental, all of a sudden you're defensive because you're trying to adjust to make them change. And as an older person, I know that most people are so worried about their own stuff. It's not really about you at all. You are enough right now as you are. So the card, if you look at it, it's called Rebirth. So what you're wanting to do is to recreate the ideas you have about your person. They're afraid to talk to everybody. So what I would do is look in the mirror and say it to your own eyes, I am enough. And say your person's name. My person is afraid of everybody, and I'm not going to take it seriously. If you have an elder in your life, like a grandparent or a family member that's older, definitely seek them out because they will be able to guide you. When you're very young, you can feel like everybody's against you, and that's just not true because so many people are just like your person. They're just afraid to tell it like it is because probably somebody has been critical of them. Okay, Rakesh, I'm so glad you're here. Thank you so much. And so now we'll go down to Missy. Hi, Missy. Thankful for your family. You guys, don't be surprised if some of these messages are that I'm saying for another person, it might resonate with you. And so that's important for you to realize, okay? And then, my dear Bina, could you give me the lineup again? Thank you, darling. I thank you guys for contributing to the channel. It just makes my heart so happy, especially today. So, Missy, thankful for your family. And so those of you who are new to me, I'm Catherine. This is Fish Out of Water Tarot. And I always do one card readings for people that are thankful for something, just like Missy. So yes, thankful for your family, even if they're a pain in the neck sometimes, huh, Missy? So somebody's afraid to talk to you, Missy. I wonder who that might be. So you hold in your mind exactly what it is that you're wanting to know about why that person isn't talking to you, and then we'll go forward for you. Okay. I love this card. Okay, so look at that chin in the air, right? This very sure that they're right. Very sure. And they're like, something that you did in the past made them upset, Missy, and they just turned their face and put their chin in the air and they went, the heck with it, I'm going to have my way. So they're afraid to talk to you because they feel silly right now. They feel like, why did they make that decision? Why did they turn away? Why do I say that? Because look at this beam of light that's coming right into the center of her brain. And this looks like a staircase, doesn't it? Looks like that you could climb out. So this person made a decision where they decided that they were right and you were wrong, and now they know the truth. I'm seeing these little figures down here. I've never noticed that before. Oh, and these figures, like they've been thinking about it a lot and they want a fresh start with you, but they just don't know how because they kind of made an ass out of themselves. No offense, but they were stubborn and they turned away from you. So they're afraid to speak to you because they feel sheepish. You know that word? They feel embarrassed because they were so foolish. So whatever your person is, whoever it is, what I want you to do is look in the mirror at your own eyes and say out loud, as if you're talking to them, I know, I love you, I get it. It's okay, we can talk. I know, I love you, I get it. It's okay, we can talk. I know, it's okay, I get you. It's okay, we can talk. That will really help you move forward in this connection. Okay, Missy? I love that. Thank you very much. You know what? Like I said, I can feel energy of people in my life that I haven't talked to for a while. And I sense that in what we're doing today, that all of us have people, at least one, who we really wish we could connect with. So why aren't they reaching out? Let's find out here. So Rakesh, you'll be next, and then Roxy. Hi, Roxy. And let's see. Okay, and Roxy, grateful for her mom. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is we will do, okay, let me go backwards here. And Midnight Crow. Hey, Midnight Crow. Okay, so let me do Rakesh first, and then Midnight Crow, and then we'll have Roxy. Okay, so let's take a peek here. What is it? Hold your person in your mind, Rakesh. Okay, who is it that is not talking to you? And you're like, what's going on? And I bet, Rakesh, I bet you didn't think they were afraid to talk to you. You might have felt like it was something you did, right? And that maybe you made a mistake. And the truth is that your person is afraid to talk to you. So let's see what the cards have to say. Okay, Rakesh, so your person, when they look at you, this is what they see. They see very strong, very determined, You have purpose. You want certain things. And there's a degree of stubbornness, but I don't want you to get hurt feelings about that, because you have to have stubbornness to be successful. No matter what comes against you, you have to be ready to handle the challenges. And you have been. You've been through some difficult things, and you never give up. There's part of your heart that never gives up. So your person is looking at your back. They're behind you looking at your back. And if you look at this figure, remember, the gender doesn't matter. It's just the energy of the card. But this figure's eyes are closed. So the person is afraid to speak to you because they're afraid you are closed off to them. Okay? And so I feel like there's something that's not finished with this person. There's a reason she stopped. All she has to do is step over this fence. Look how low it is. But she stopped. And if you notice, the wand is partly already through, but it's being blocked. So when they're looking at you, they feel like they don't have a chance. No matter what they say, you're going to be upset. And that's why they're afraid to talk to you. So with this person, dear Rakesh, ask yourself, is there something left to be said? Is there anything about this person that you feel is unfinished? I'm sensing that this is a good thing for you to be walking away and going into something else. And so, but a lot of times, just going back and having a little bit of a connection can be healthy for both of you, even if it doesn't work out. Whatever was said in the past is still on the person's mind, and they are afraid it's too late and that you're moving on. That's okay though. If that's the fate of the couple, whatever friend, lover, family member, it's partly your responsibility to stay in your determination, keep walking in the direction that you are, but be willing to evaluate for yourself. Is there something left that you want to say to your person? Okay? Excellent. And Rakesh, you are a member of my community, and so be sure to, I have a special group called Ask Cat, and so you can ask a question in there if you feel like something in the reading you'd like a little bit more information. I do have a private group over on WhatsApp. It's growing, and we have it's a great group, and it's all about manifesting and using the tools of Abraham Hicks and Neville, law of attraction, law of assumption, all that stuff. So if you're interested, all you need to do is email me, and I'm happy to invite you into the group. We do have fun over there, don't we, guys? So Midnight Crow, thankful for good dreams. I'm grateful for that. I'm really making more of an appeal, like I'm asking my guides and my angels for helping my dreams. And right now I would love to have a dream with Bella in it. And so I'll keep you guys posted, because what a wonderful way to connect. So Midnight Crow, thankful for dreams. So let me draw your cards and draw out your tea leaves. Whoops, oh my goodness. This one just fell out of the deck here. Hold on. Okay, Midnight. So this one was insisting. I like it when the cards kind of insist on being drawn. So let's see what we have for you here. First, we'll draw this. And I want you to think of a person that you wish you could talk to, and you're almost irritated or annoyed that they won't talk to you. And what I'm saying is that some of the people we're out of contact with, they're actually afraid to talk to us. There's something in them that's making them afraid. So let's check it out. So yes, Midnight, what's happening here, what we're seeing is that your person is very lost. They are confused, and they're not seeing things properly. Can you imagine being in a swimming pool where you are feeling you can see, if you look up, you can see right through the water, right? But nothing's clear. Nothing's clear at all. So your person is in a situation where they're kind of in a mess, but it's of their own making. They have allowed their life to get a little bit out of control. And so it could be a family person, it could be an ex, it could be a friend, but they definitely are a person that you did not feel comfortable with because they didn't get you. They weren't seeing you as who you really are. And now they are really, they have, you know how you say they're longing to touch base with you, they're longing for your energy. This does kind of feel like an ex who's like regretful and thinks, oh, you know, that wonderful midnight crow, what was I thinking? How could I have let go of them? And so let's take a look at your tea leaves. I'm going to turn over this first one first that insisted on coming out. Indecisiveness, allowing your life to ramble aimlessly. So I feel like for you, Midnight, this is the heart of what was going on with your person. It's very difficult to be with somebody who cannot make a decision. Agreed? And you say, well, where do you want to eat? I don't know. Where do you want to eat? You know, it's very challenging to create connection with someone who can't make a decision. And this is the card that flung itself off the table. So I am getting the flavor of an ex here, or a friend that's dropped out of touch. Your second tea leaf is lightning. Whoopsie. Control your anger or you will be sorry. So what we're seeing here is that this person's lifestyle and the way they did things was very different from you. And you knew it. You were getting plenty of yellow flags. There were plenty of warnings, but you ignored them because something in this person was exciting to you. But it's so important now that you not let yourself be angry, okay? Because being angry is something that just doesn't serve you, especially if the person has an indecisive personality, because that means they're indecisive with everyone, not just you. So as you look at your person, think to yourself, am I annoyed? Because if you are, you can go right to the soulmate generator or the worry cure. Either one of those are terrific tools. You'll find them in the description, and they will help you dump out all your feelings about this being frustrated with the person. Why will you be sorry? Just because you're going to end up blocking love. You're going to block your own future in love if you're carrying anger about somebody else's weak spots, okay? And this last one, a man, dealings or relationships with a man. See, I do feel that this is about an ex, and I think that it may be that they were more into you than you were into them. It could be a friend, but I'm just sensing that their inability to make a decision was making you crazy. You couldn't go forward, and you kind of have regret because part of it was good, but there's just too much frustration. It's not worth going back to, because until this person decides to make some changes on their own, they're just going to continue to frustrate people, okay? I hope that is a wonderful blessing for you, my dear. I appreciate you so much. You're such a loyal person and contributing to support my channel. Thank you, Midnight Crow. So moving forward, oh my goodness, somebody has been very generous here in the, I see who you are. Illuminated Leo Light. Thank you. I just love that. I love that. Thank you so much for your message. It means a lot to me. I will hit you up real soon. And what she's saying, what Leo Success is saying is that just that reminder that we are co-creators, right? We are co-creators, and we must remember this because we're never in this alone. You guys know I always teach a little commercial for the universe here, because more than ever, after Bella went into non-physical yesterday, that's my dog, for all of you guys who don't know. She transitioned to non-physical yesterday, and I'm real aware of her energy, and she's so lively right now, and she's eager. I feel this eager energy. And so we do have this greater sense of ourselves. There's a divine connection. We would not be breathing without something in our bodies that creates the breath, right? And that divine force is with us from birth all the way till the end. When you're out of sorts and not feeling good, it's because we use our little personality and all our doubts and fears to run all over the place instead of turning to your inner being. So what Illuminated Leo is bringing to our attention is that it's so more fulfilling to live a life when you're in connection and you're co-creating. So thank you, darling. I appreciate that. Roxy, appreciating your mom. Well, as a mom, I'm grateful. And that's part of it is when your kids grow up and become adults and they sometimes can separate themselves from you in order to fulfill their life mission. They might move to a different country or they might choose a different direction. The fact is the love between a mother and a child is solid. So Roxy, let's see. So I want you to hold your person in your mind. Who is it that you're curious about? Who is it that has not been talking to you and you never thought they would be afraid of you? You're thinking, well, that's silly. I'm intimidated by them. Oh, this one wants to come out, and I'm sensing this one. How do you guys like the tea leaves? I love the tea leaves so much. Okay, so Roxy, I'm seeing here a very strong individual. Okay, look at the hand on the chin, very sure of themselves. Okay, so this person who you're thinking about, you never really think of them being afraid of you. This is somebody who is a strong presence and not afraid to speak their mind. They have no trouble speaking exactly what they're thinking. But what's going on for them is because of that strong mind, they are out of touch with their heart. Okay, so here, look in the corner. Here's this little cup in a jail cell. So this energy, right, without me looking at the tea leaves, I'm seeing that this person feels genuinely stuck because they feel like no matter what they try to do, they can't get you to connect with them emotionally because that's them. They have trouble connecting emotionally. And a lot of times we do that. We actually project onto our person our very own problem. Okay, so your person, very stubborn, very strong, the wind's behind their back. They may be a successful person, but they do miss connecting with you. And they're afraid they'll be misunderstood. This person you may have misunderstood this person's motivation for a whole lifetime. So let's see what we have here. We have three cards for you. So this one, April. Very interesting. So the first thing you want to check with yourself is just think to last April, what was going on in the spring with your person? It could very well be that was some kind of conflict, something that happened in April, maybe somebody's birthday in April that's been like a thorn in the person's side. And then we have the seahorse, family matters. I am getting that a little bit of that family feel. You know how siblings can have a disagreement, or you can have a disagreement with. Hi, Murphy. You can have a disagreement with a family member, or a misunderstanding with a family member, and sometimes some family members are just cold. It's not like they mean to come off like that. It's just their personality is cold or gruff. And so that could be what's going on here. And also the seahorse, interestingly enough, the seahorse, the male seahorse houses the eggs of the female. So the female lays the eggs. And so this could be a father figure or a grandfather figure, Roxy, who is really afraid to talk to you. Afraid. Isn't that something? I bet you never thought that. And here we have not. Unsuccessful plans. So yeah, this person, no matter what they're thinking about, they just in their own mind, they cannot see how to do this. Maybe they've tried to contact you and it hasn't worked, or maybe they're trying to work it out in their own way because they're not spiritually aligned like you are. I think one of the things that happens in our relationships when we are on the spiritual path is that people in our lives don't understand our need for independence. We don't want to be codependent. We want to be independent. And there's something just tied up. Now again, this energy is exactly what I'm seeing here. This is like a knot. This is a problem. You got to untangle this and get these emotions out there. So I would say with your person that definitely They are afraid to talk to you because they're kind of, sorry, I just speak the truth, but they're kind of prideful, and they don't like to be seen as wrong. You know what I mean? So they got themselves in jail because they want to talk to you, but they're afraid of losing their image. Makes sense? So the clue for you is April. Go back and check in your mind what was going on in April that may give you a clue. And also, what you're going to want to do is do some pretend that you're writing an email to your person. Don't send it to them, but just pretend and just write what it is you would like them to say to you. Dear Roxy, I'm sorry for my part in this. I don't know what I was thinking. I'm afraid to contact you. And then you go ahead and write the answer to your own email and say, it's cool. I'm cool. Nothing bad can come of us having a conversation. They call that scripting, and I love to use email. I don't send them, but I send them to myself where I can kind of go back and forth between a couple of characters. Roxy, reach out to me. You're in my private group. I love that. I have a manifesting group that we're rocking it. You guys got to come check it out. You can use my Gmail address right here and email me, and I will send you an invitation to join us. Okay, because I do private videos every single day for my membership, and I teach from my heart, and also you can ask me anything you like. So there you go, Roxy. Thank you so much for your support for my channel. It means the world to me. So next we have Sophia E, and then we have Sophia D. Okay, Vid is two, meaning he is one of my, it's possible to see. Okay, so Vid, I thank you for saying that. So again, I'm not quite sure because I know your English is you have little bit of English, but what you want to do is think of this person, Vid, think of the person, and then I'm going to draw a card about, because if they're afraid to talk to you, that they have fear. So meanwhile, we're going to do Sophia E. Grateful for your strength, and girl, I am grateful for your strength with you. When you go through a time when you haven't been feeling strong, it's great to get your strength back. So let me just move these a little bit, and I'm just going to grab a sip of tea. Thank you for your patience. Wonderful. Thank you. Okay, Sophia E, and then Sophia D, and then next we're going to do beautiful, Sophia E, you were here with them. Hang on, I see that. I want to just put a heart. So you get your, what do you call them? Tea leaves. My mind is a little bit scattered today. You forgive. So Sophia E, thinking to yourself, who is it that you think, like I said, often you are fearful to talk to the person, and you never think to yourself, hang on a second, could they be afraid to talk to you? So that's our key today. So let's draw our card. Okay. And it's the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. Okay, so right away, Sophia, I feel like there's a mismatch because I think that your person sees you as very lucky. Okay, Sophia E, that you're feeling lucky about when they look at you, they go, wow, she's so lucky. Things work out for her. Okay, so let's we get our tea leaves, thank goodness, because I'm like, what's this mean? So we'll take here, and I picked 3. Okay. So because the thing is about the Wheel of Fortune, I always think of Las Vegas, where they spin the wheel of fortune. But the message of the wheel is that cycles are always changing, and that you need to allow something to finish before something new comes. That it's supposed to be that way. Things open and they close. It's the law of polarity. Everything that starts has a finish. And we notice here, see how the dice are around her neck? So there is this sense of, you might be a gambler, Sophia, but it's just this sense of balancing the light energy and the dark energy. And a lot of times when a cycle is ready to close and you're ready to move on, it's just time. And so as you release the disappointments and you're like, okay, I'm going to turn over a new leaf, I need to move forward, and then allow the new life to come in. So I'm getting a sense that your person sees your growth and they just feel intimidated. There's something intimidating them. Let's take a look at our tea leaves. Karma, you will reap what you have sown. Okay, interesting. And we'll go to our next one. And we have cat, a two-faced friend. Okay, and that is, isn't that art great? Because the person might be nice on the surface, but then they turn around and backstab you, or they don't respect you properly. They don't respect you properly. They're two-faced. They say they love you and they don't respect you. And then the last one we have tiger, doing something, sorry, doing something risky, taking a chance. Okay, so what did we talk about here? But this gambling, right? Taking a risk. So when you're looking at the situation, the person is not really a stable person in your past. There's been some instability. Gosh, this person might have a gambling problem, that they have not been honest with you and they've made mistakes. They like to go to the gambling places and they gamble money away that could be used in other ways. But there is something here with you also, that if you decide to turn back and let the person talk to you, that you need to be very careful and trust your gut. Because if this person is out of balance, then you need to just hear what they have to say. I think they're afraid because you're going to stand up for yourself. You know, they're like, I can't talk to Sophia because she's going to say no. And they would rather not talk to you because they don't want to hear that. But you have to take care of yourself. Sometimes the most charismatic, fun people are really not good for you. All right. So I would say that to allow, right now, I think that cards are saying to allow yourself to be finished with this cycle. If this person is meant to be in your life, they need to start a new cycle themselves. They need to be able to control themselves and keep their lives in balance. All right. I don't blame them for being afraid. I don't know that they are worth your trouble. Okay. So via D, you are next, and then Pratiksha, and then we have our beautiful Leo. We're going to get to illuminated Leo. Okay, so let's go forward here. And Sophia E, beautiful. Sorry, you guys, I'm just trying to keep track. Okay, Pratiksha. Grateful for getting a chance to achieve goals. And that's just wonderful, isn't it? And I appreciate that in you. So right now, hold in your mind, Pratiksha, somebody that you're not talking to and you're wondering why. And you're like, why would they be afraid to talk to me, Pratiksha? I'm sweet, right? But there's somebody who really wants to reach out, but they're afraid. So let's see what that's all about. Okay. So here we have the Empress card. So the first thing that makes me think is there may be a pregnancy involved. So the person maybe that you're thinking of could be pregnant or could be in a position where they could have children. I don't know anything about you, like just picking up the story here, because I'm also feeling that this could be an adult child if you're old enough to have an adult child. But I just keep honing in on the fact that there's a child link or a pregnancy link here. But beyond that, though, there is that this person looks at you and they're, what's the word I'm looking for? They're quietly admiring you. They look at you as, okay, like you're too good for them. That not that you're doing that, Pratiksha. I mean, it's not like you have too big of an ego. But when they look at you, they feel unworthy. That's what I'm looking for. They feel unworthy to approach you. So it could be somebody in the past that hurt your feelings. I'm definitely getting a family link here. that there's a family member who has hurt your feelings and they want to come back. They are sincerely sorry and they want to reconnect with you, but they're afraid you're going to reject them. Okay, so I know that it's hard to forgive people who do terrible things. I'm looking at these, there's writing, there's handwriting on these elbows, and I'm like, that's kind of strange. Strange place to get a tattoo, right on the elbow. But it's a sign to me of flexibility. Like it makes me think of how the arm, you could straighten the arm out and bend it. And so it's very important to stay flexible, because this person you're coming to me for today, they definitely want a chance. They're so fearful that you won't let them speak. So protect yourself with your prayer, whatever the divine is to you. Create a cushion of energy around yourself with prayer and ask the angels to help you. But it will be very, very good for both of you if you allow this person to speak to you. Release them and forgive them best you can. In the description box, you might want to go to the Worry Cure. It's a great little device I created just to help with this sort of thing. So please check it out. Okay, there's a lot of love here. And I bet you never thought that they would be afraid to talk to you, right? Little Pratisha. Okay, let's see, moving. Oops, wait, did I miss Sophia D? I think I did forget. Sophia D, what is that? I'm always skipping over you and I shouldn't. So Sophia D, let's just read for you with vid and see what this is that is coming your way, okay? Okay, Sophia, I got two Sophias, I got confused. Okay, so Sophia, here's what we see. Take a breath. So your person is kind of a wild child. You know what I mean? This is somebody who really likes to do life their way. They find it hard to follow the rules. They don't, excuse me a second, I just have to get my cushion so that I'm more comfortable. Okay. They don't want to follow the rules. They want to do things their way, but it doesn't fit with you, though. That you prefer that they would just be able to adjust to you. And Sophia, it may feel unfair, like you feel it's unfair that you can't connect with them, but they're just so willful right now. This is a spirit that wants to go and wants to adventure and wants to do their own thing. So whether you'll be able to connect with the person, let's see, why would they be afraid? I think that I think they're afraid that if they connect with you, that you will want them to change their life, that they're too wild for you and you're going to want them to calm down. And that's what's holding them back. So think in your mind, Sophia, do you want to stop them from something they want to do? They want freedom. This horse is dying to gallop off the card. They want freedom, and they are afraid that you're going to make them stay in one place. Does that make sense to you, Sophia? It's hard to let someone go, but there is a saying that says, if you love something a lot, let it go. If it's meant to come back, it will. But this person's personal freedom is very important to them. Okay? And Shahan, for all the blessings that are coming to you. Yes, indeed. And I'm glad that one of the blessings is that you're in my community. Yay! Shahan has been following me for, I bet, a couple years, huh? And I'm just so glad that you're now part of our community on WhatsApp. So let's draw a card for Shahan. Shahan, I want you to think about someone that you're not in contact with, and let's see, why would they be afraid to talk to you? Okay. So this is the card, Shahan, of an internet connection. So there's someone that you've been chatting with on the internet. You know how easy it is to fall into a connection with somebody online, and this is exactly that. This is somebody, I don't know if you know who I mean, but just give it some thought. There's a friend or someone might even be interested in you romantically. And I'm seeing the shadows cut across. my favorite time of year when the sun comes into my reading table, because these shadows that are cutting across this energy shows me that what you're thinking is here is not. There's something about this person and how they're talking to you. It creates a spark and it's fun, but there's something you're not seeing. And the reason that they don't want to see you in person or they don't want to connect is because they may not be who they're saying they are. Okay, Jahan? So anytime you're talking to somebody that you meet online, true for all y'all, is that you really have to trust your gut. Any little worries, you think, I wonder if there's something off with this person, there probably is. And it's a better idea to befriend people you can see with your eyeballs. So Jahan, this person is fearful to talk to you because there's something about them that is not true. Okay, so just be careful when you're connecting with this person. If you can't see somebody's eyes, don't get close. It's not worth the risk. There's people right in your community right now who would love to be with you, and you can see their eyes and you can trust them. Okay? Hi there, and on France Crosby. Thank you for being here, bringing your spiritual energy. And hi, Lisa. Hi, Nikul. Some of you guys have this beautiful names that I can't pronounce very well. Nikuli, and then we have Rachel. Thank you guys. You are going to be coming up there. But first, we have our beautiful Leo. So Leo, thank you. Thank you for your presence here. I just feel a flood of love when you show up, and I'm grateful for you. So illuminating Leo, and let's see what the cards have for you. So Leo, all grateful for our ability to co-create. Isn't it true? And sometimes when we're on the trajectory of ascension and you're really growing in your spiritual influence, it can be difficult to end and begin new connections. If you're a person of influence, we can't possibly maintain that closeness with everyone we meet. So, well, who is it in your past, Leo, that it could be afraid to speak to you? Now, as a Leo, I personally, I've known a few Leos that are intimidating, but they don't even know it. And if you say to them, you're intimidating, they go, really? I'm like, yeah, you really are. Okay, so here's your person. Who is it? And I'm just seeing, let me just see, I see these two tea leaves and this green one I want to pull for you, Leo. Okay. So, oopsie, two. Okay, well, you get four because they came out together. So, so we're definitely going to take a peek at those. So first, one or both of you has been conflicted. Okay, so this is a friendship, could be an ex, could be a family member, but there's a lot of mental gymnastics going on, a lot of mental tug of war. Should I, shouldn't I? Should I, shouldn't I? And it's just tiresome, and it can give you a headache, literally. When I look at these crows, not only are they hollering, caw, 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 continually in the ears, but they're also tugging on her hair. So there's a lot of irritation. There's a lot of frustration in this connection. I'm also aware of, I just want to mention that the gender never matters in tarot because it's just the energy that's trying to teach us. So your person is definitely in a snit, or there's a lot of frustration going on here. So let's take a look at our tea leaves and see what's going on. So we have dog, protection from a powerful friend. Okay, so what we're seeing is that this person has a strong personality, and so do you, Leo. So there's definitely part of your gut. I'm noticing all this gold in here. You may have a gold dog. Wouldn't that be something? But the gold is the color of prosperity and abundance and, just fulfillment and satisfaction. So the universe is protecting you with this caution about this friend. And they may be getting the same message. It's why certain astrological signs don't work very well together, because if you have two very strong personalities, it can be hard to find that middle ground. We also have an older man. So this could mean a couple of things. There could be an age difference between you and this person, and that can be very difficult to navigate. because the older in a couple is always going to want deference, not difference, but deference, which is a very loving respect. And it could, and I think for Leos sometimes, no offense to you, but my dad was a Leo, and it was very difficult for him to deal with and he was just a very cross, bossy person. I mean, he was, and so caused a lot of issues around his social life. But this one, though, I'm just sensing another way this could be showing is that you could have an older male in your life, or a grandfather, or somebody who's a counsel to you that really will be good for you to talk to around this. And then we have wealth. Very interesting. I'm going to pull the other one because I just want to see. And sunrise, new creative ideas. Okay. All right. So let's see here. So I feel like what I'm sensing is a fork in the road here. That we're going from this darker energy, you're needing advice, protection from somebody powerful. It could be an older man, or just the idea of the wisdom you're getting that something is not really working well. That's why you're frustrated. There may be a sense that you would be disloyal if you changed course right now. See, she's on that road. But I tell you, Leo, it's so important that you take care of yourself first. Remember, I saw this gold in terms of wealth and prosperity, and here we have the wealth card, and here new creative ideas. So I do think that this person is fearful that you're going to say enough. I've had enough. I'm too frustrated. This is not going anywhere. It'll be best for both of us if we change course. And I think they're afraid to hear that from you. I love when I see these little lights on the road. I mean, you're being shown the way, Leo. If there's something, you're being shown the way, but you have to turn around and walk the walk. Take off that blindfold. See, she's going to whip it off, and then just scatter those crows. Trust your gut. Be sure to go to your inner being, do some meditating, some journaling, and really, what is it you want? Don't be afraid of wanting what you want. And this person, should you talk to them again? I would say that if your gut says yes, but on the other hand, it's like their intimidation of you, they should be intimidated. They need to respect you, and they need to give you the deference you deserve. Okay? A strong message for you, but I feel like the cards are matching what you already know. Okay, moving forward. Thank you guys for being here. I'm Catherine. This is Fish Out of Water Tarot, and we are talking today about what it is that you're, that if there's someone you're not in contact with, why could they be afraid? What is it? They're afraid of you. Why? So we have Lisa and Nikuli and Rachel. So Lisa. And we have the Six of Swords. Okay, Lisa. So Lisa, your person is definitely afraid you're going to leave them. Okay, they are feeling very insecure. I love this card because she's standing up in the boat, and you should never stand in a boat. Why? You're going to fall out and get wet. So you're close to shore. So I feel like you're feeling a change come in this situation with the person, and it's out of your hands. Fate is taking you forward. You may have to move. There may be a new job there, but there's something that is making you feel like you don't want to look back. She's got her suitcase. She wants to go forward. And these crows back here just make me think there's somebody in the past who, this person, they don't want to fly away. They don't want to. They want to be connected to you. And the reason they're not speaking to you is because they're afraid of saying the wrong thing. So what I think for you, Lisa, is to take a minute, quiet yourself down, turn off your devices, and sit quietly and ask yourself, is there any benefit to me speaking to this person? Is there anything that I would benefit? Don't feel guilty about that. You need to take care of yourself. They may have an apology, and when they apologize to you, it changed the course of your life. But you will know. Go to your inner being, sit quietly, and if you can't think of any benefit, don't be afraid to sit down in the boat and let things unfold and take you away from that situation. Okay, A lot of times when we have to turn our back on someone, it's not comfortable. But if they don't honor you, if they don't treat you with the respect you deserve, you owe it to yourself to finish it. It might be finished now, but I want you to figure that out in meditation. And the way to do that, is there any benefit that could come to you by allowing this person in for one more conversation? Okay, and moving forward, we have Naguli, grateful for your job, and then Rachel, oh, I love that. Grateful that your friends will be honest with you. I did something a couple years ago that was scary because I asked 3 people that I really loved what they thought my weakness was. And it was a little humbling because what they said was, they were honest with me, and there were some things that I heard that I was a little uncomfortable with, but it helped me evaluate, is this something I want in my life? And I want to trust my friends to tell me the truth. Beautiful. So Nikuli, I believe you're next. Yes. Thankful for your job. Yes, our work is miraculous, isn't it? I'm doing this a couple different ways. I just, whatever. My mind's still scattered. Thank you guys for sending me love. My beloved dog Bella crossed over, did her transition yesterday, and I'm just feeling, I do feel her energy, and I'm doing great, and being with you brightens me considerably. So, okay, Nikuli, all right. Okay, so the person, this, I always chuckle, I laugh a little at this card because the energy is very, it's picturesque. I mean, you see the energy right here. Poor me. Poor little me. Everybody else has a good life except me. So your person is definitely one who can't be satisfied, okay? They feel whatever they do is never good enough. And that's frustrating for you because you really want the person to grow up and take care of themselves. Just like you found yourself that great job, well, you want this for this person, that they would grow up. They're not a child anymore, and they need to grow up. So why would they be afraid to speak to you? Because they don't want to hear you say that. They don't want to hear you say, look, you're feeling sorry for yourself. Stand up. The key is right there. I can't do this for you. You have to do it for yourself. And this person does not want to hear that from you. They do not. They much prefer that you take their hand and pat their hand and say, oh, poor little thing. Poor dear, look at how you're suffering. Well, what your person isn't understanding is everybody suffers. Everybody has pain. And we all have to figure out how to deal with it for ourselves. And so when this person comes to you knocking at the door, wanting more of you, more Nikuli. Nikuli, I need you to say this. I need you to give me that. And you're like, no. And you've been lovingly trying to understand why this relationship is not working out. And you know what? This could be even in your family. I am a very large family, and one of my siblings is this figure, and they come to me and want me to listen about our childhood, and I'm 71 years old. And I'm like, I don't want to talk. I've already processed. I mean, if you want to talk about our happy memories, I'm your girl. But if you need a counselor, I'm not your girl. So I have a feeling that's kind of what you feel, maybe guilty that you're leaving them to themselves. Don't let yourself feel that. If they're afraid of hearing the truth from you, that's what you need to know right now, right? Because you can draw that hard boundary and you say, to my sibling, I said, I'm happy to talk to you, but I want to hear what's going good in your life. I'm not here to carry your pain. And so you need to find another vehicle. And he was glad. He said, thank you for telling me that. So the number, I have 21 people here and 21 thumbs up. So those of all you guys who love angel numbers, look it up. Look up Angel 2121. I believe is an extra message for you. So Rachel, my friend, thank you for coming back. I appreciate seeing the people. Aisha, I see that you're here and I'm coming to you next. Thankful for your mom, God, and your self-reconciliation. What a beautiful, beautiful thought. Self-reconciliation. It just touches my heart. Beautiful. And Bina, could you let me know, do we have any other super chats that I have not gotten to that would help me a lot? We just did Leo. Okay, so Rachel, who is it that you're afraid? What are they afraid of? Why won't they just talk to you? What are they afraid of? Whoops. here, I love when the card drops out. Thank you. Oh, very interesting. Okay. I love this card. What they're afraid of is your strength. Okay, Rachel, you are a very strong person. And they're afraid of that because I think sometimes they feel judged. And it's not fair. It's not fair that they choose to feel judged, but it's also, you might need to reconsider how you're expressing yourself because you want to always be seen. I love to do this with this card because you want to allow the softer part of your personality, what's the softest expression of frustration that you can use, okay? Because chances are that there's a tone in your voice that when you use the tone, it can make you feel harsh, right? Because you need to stand up for yourself, you need to be strong. But you might need to just turn the volume down. Now that's for you, Rachel, but let's talk about your friend right now. Because whoever this is that's afraid to talk to you, they have seen only that part of you, right? So you may have had to be very strong with them in the past, where it was not going to do anybody any good to have you be seen too quiet or not strong enough. So the person is a little wary. That's like cautious with you. They definitely want to connect. So the person that you're thinking of, they definitely want to connect, and I do believe there's a good reason for it. I'm not sure if it means like a complete restoration or anything. I'm not sure about that, but it does feel like it would be good for both of you to have that happen. So my advice to you is to just allow yourself to be the very softest version of your personality, like a whisper. And then I think when you take that stance, they're going to feel more open about approaching you. It does look like there's something here that would be to your highest benefit to take a listen to, okay? And Janita, I see that you're here supporting my channel. I'm so glad to see you, and I don't want to push the wrong thing here, and I will be putting you into the queue. Okay, sorry. Okay. Hold on just for a second because I have to adjust something here. Oh. Okay. Sometimes the technical parts about having a channel are a little, it gets to me a little bit. So Aisha, you are next, and then we're going to get to, let's see, Janita. I have to remember your name, Janita. Okay. Okay. Aisha, thank you for that self-reconciliation. I love that. For those that are new to me, I'm Catherine, as Fish Out of Water Tarot. So grateful that you're here spending time with me today, doing that investigation. Who's afraid of talking to us and why, and what we can do about it. So Aisha, hold in your mind someone who is you haven't talked to for a while, and you may think that you're afraid to talk to them. And just the thought that they're afraid to talk to you might be different. So let's take a look. Okay, so the High Priestess. So this card shows me that there's something about you that this person deeply admires. It may be your spiritual walk. It could be, Aisha, that they just admire your heart and your spirit. But you may be like me, you may even have cards, and you really enjoy studying the spiritual issues. Maybe you're in Reiki or some kind of energy work, because there's something about you where people want to be with you. They feel like they get the real deal from you. You may be someone who has given a lot of advice over the years, and that people do really listen when you talk. And so part of them is afraid that you're going to see something, okay? They do have a secret. This person you're thinking of, they have a secret, and they are afraid of being vulnerable. And because you are very intuitive, some might call you psychic, and because of that, they're nervous. So right now we have 22 people here and 22 thumbs up. So definitely, Aisha, look at the angel meaning of 2222. I feel like it's going to be profoundly important for you. I think that it's important that you do have contact with this person. I believe you're protected, that the universe is totally protecting you, and that you have some confidence now that you didn't have before. The having compassion and acceptance for your person may open a door of truth and vulnerability, because as much as you allow self-reconciliation, you need to allow that other people on that same path, they just might not know what to do or say. So I would open yourself up, do your meditations, allow yourself to create an avenue of connection where you feel like, yes, as long as I keep my peace of mind, as long as I keep my connection to the divine, I'm going to be able to handle this. I do want to finish whatever's here so we both can move forward or not. But you will not feel right if you don't finish this, okay? So no, if they're intimidated by you, it's because they think you can read them. And I think they're right. I think there is something you've already felt in your being, that's something off here, and they feel busted, okay? So trust your gut at all times. And now, Janita, thank you so much for supporting my channel. I am honored, and I love to be able to help you. So let's take a look at Janita. Let's see, who is it that is not talking to you? And you're curious, you're like, why aren't they talking to me? And you don't understand that they may be intimidated by you. So let's take a peek here. Who is it that could be afraid to talk to you? Wow, okay, the 10 of Cups, right. So it could be, Janita, I'm wondering if this could be a child of yours. And maybe you have adult children that are not wanting to talk to you. There's something that should be easy and it's hard. That's what the energy I'm picking up here, that there's a disappointment. I know in my own family I've had to do a no contact with some because because of issues in their life, they're upsetting my cups. You know, I'm a peace-loving being, and so certain people can argue or create all drama and everything gets dumped. So I have a feeling that there's a family situation going on here where it's hard because in order to keep your peace of mind, there may have been some people that you needed to detach from. So let's pick our tea leaves here. And I see this one over here and this one. Oh, and this one wants to fall off the table. So we'll take this one, and I'm thinking this one too. These two slipped off the table, so I think they're insisting that they be part of your reading. Okay, so Janita, let's take a peek at our bossy cards. So we have Tankard, celebration, fun, and enjoyment. Okay, so I love this card because this is what this is supposed to be about. So this person, there's really a disconnect here because this is the 10 of Cups is a card of celebration, fun, and enjoyment. Okay, so there's let's take a peek. Now I'm looking at these little specks. I've noticed those before. And I feel like, oh, yeah, because I'm sensing all of this energy coming off the rainbow, that there's distance here, that your person may live far from you, or you may feel an emotional distance from them, but they're in your orbit. Okay, so let's pull the rest of our tea leaves. And remember, this one threw itself off the table, which I love. Okay, whoopsie. And then we have the elephant, a long journey. Wow, see what I was saying? Either physical or mental will leave you wiser at the end. So I'm sensing the distance here, that the journey that we're feeling is not traveling by a car or an airplane. The distance we're talking about, the journey is between two people they're just split by life, split by energy, that there was a reason for this split, but there's something going on where they're afraid to contact you. And we have the mice, discord among friends or family. See, I love how the cards can support this, Janita. So let me just pull our fourth card, and we have great good fortune. I'm thrilled to do this reading for you, Janita, because what I'm seeing here is that there was something broken. This could be a family member who just left the family, like they just went to a different country. They said, forget it, you people are all crazy, I'm getting out of here. And they left, all right? Or it could be just a natural move where a whole family moved itself to a different country. But there has been a separation that has been very difficult. And so this person, I'm just sensing that they have regret. When I see this discord among friendships or family, this person, when they left, they felt like they were doing the right thing. The separation that is happening, they just were doing their thing, like a mouse being a mouse. And they really did not realize how their choices would impact everyone. And there is this journey that they're on right now because they want to reconnect. But they're definitely afraid because all of the love they left where people were loving. They left where things were good. And I think that's part of what you didn't get. Like, why are they leaving? They're supposed to be here, right? And yet, what's happening right now is just this good luck. So even you being on this reading today is just a sign that you are on the right track. This person, it reminds me of that story in the Bible about the prodigal son. I don't know if you're a Bible follower, but there's a story where a young man decided he wanted to go live his own way, and he left his father's house. He tried his best to make life happen, and it ended up a mess. And then he wanted to come home, and he was scared to come home because he was afraid his father would be mean to him. But what happened is when he came home, his father celebrated, and he was so glad that he returned. Okay, so I feel like, Janita, that there's a restoration that's coming your way. The person who's coming back feels, I like the word sheepish. They feel like they messed up and they want to restore something. They're afraid because they're afraid of rejection. Okay, so if you know who this person is, I would love for you to just start saying out loud. In fact, you can look in the mirror and say it and say, look, I know that some things were said that hurt both of us, but it's okay. I'm willing to reconnect. Because if you say that out loud to yourself with the intention of empowering a reconnection, I think it's going to make a huge difference for you, my friend. Okay? Thank you so much for being here on this particular video. This is such an empowering message because I'm 71, my children are adults, and some of my family, like my brothers, they are that far away. And if time goes by when you haven't spoken, there's all kinds of intimidation about reconnecting. And with this lucky clover showing up, the time is right. Also, Janita, if you feel like reaching out to this person, do it. Send an email, send a card in the mail. But if you're really sensing that you miss them and you're willing to overlook the past, you take the first step. I think that would be an awesome idea. You guys, I'm going to take off. Sorry, I usually go a little bit longer, but I've just got so much on my mind. I've got other things that I have to take care of today, but I will be back tomorrow, and will be so happy to read more cards for a different theme. So thank you. I just want to make sure here, gosh, I have so many of you watching. Bless you all. Thank you so much for being so willing to wait in line, because sometimes I just can't get to everybody. But, okay. Oh, wow, Janita, I was just seeing that. Wow, Janita, shoot me an email, would you? Because I would love to, all of you guys who are watching, I do have a private group and I answer questions over there. I give private videos every day for the people that come to my world, and I would love to dig in and get to know you better. Okay, but go forth and prosper. Have an absolutely beautiful day. I will be back tomorrow with more live readings. Come back and visit me. Thank you guys. I just love ya. Bye now.